Have you ever walked through a forest and felt that deep, quiet sense of connection? It's not just in your head. Forests are buzzing with life, a complex web of relationships that's more intricate and fascinating than you could ever imagine. Today, we're peeling back the layers of leaves and bark to uncover the secret lives of forest dwellers. From the tallest trees to the smallest fungi, we'll explore the incredible ways they communicate, cooperate, and compete. This is the hidden world of the forest, a grand, green city where every resident plays a crucial role. So, grab your virtual hiking boots, and let's step into this wild, wonderful world together. Let's start from the ground up, literally. Beneath our feet lies a sprawling, super-intelligent network often called the Wood Wide Web. This isn't science fiction, it's the mycorrhizal network, a vast system of fungal threads connecting the roots of different trees and plants. Think of it as a biological internet. Through this network, trees can share vital resources. A towering mother tree, with access to plenty of sunlight, can send sugars and nutrients to smaller, younger saplings struggling in the shade. It's like a community pantry, ensuring the survival of the next generation. This isn't just a one-way street of generosity. Trees also use this network to send warning signals. If one tree is attacked by a pest, like a swarm of hungry caterpillars, it can release chemical signals into the fungal network. Neighboring trees pick up on these alerts and can start producing defensive compounds in their leaves to make them less tasty, preparing for the impending attack. It's a sophisticated, silent alarm system that protects the entire community. This incredible underground cooperation shows us that a forest isn't just a collection of individual trees, but a single, superorganism, communicating and working together in ways we are only just beginning to understand. Now, let us look up into the canopy and meet some of the forest's most iconic engineers, beavers. These industrious rodents are famous for their dams, but their impact on the forest ecosystem is far more profound than just a pile of logs. When a beaver builds a dam, it transforms the landscape. The flow of a stream slows, creating a pond or wetland. This single act creates a brand new habitat, a biodiversity hotspot. The still water attracts dragonflies, frogs, and fish. Ducks and herons arrive to feast on this new abundance. The flooded trees die, but they become perfect nesting sites for woodpeckers and owls. As these new residents move in, they bring seeds from other parts of the forest, diversifying the plant life around the pond. Beavers are what we call a keystone species. Their activities have a ripple effect, creating a cascade of changes that support dozens, even hundreds, of other species. By felling trees, they also create openings in the forest canopy, allowing sunlight to reach the forest floor and encouraging the growth of new plants, which in turn provide food for deer and other herbivores. So, the next time you see a beaver dam, remember you're not just looking at a structure, you're witnessing the creation of an entire community. Of course, not all relationships in the forest are so cooperative. The dance between predator and prey is one of the most powerful forces shaping the wild. Take the wolf and the elk, for example. The reintroduction of wolves to Yellowstone National Park is a classic story of this dynamic. For years, without their natural predator, elk populations had boomed. They grazed heavily along rivers and streams, eating young willow and aspen trees down to the ground. This had a devastating effect. The riverbanks started to erode, and species that depended on those trees, like beavers and songbirds, disappeared. When wolves returned, everything changed. They didn't just reduce the elk population, they changed the elk's behavior. The elk started avoiding open areas like river valleys where they were more vulnerable to attack. This is what scientists call a landscape of fear. With the grazing pressure gone, the willows and aspens began to recover. As the trees grew back, the songbirds returned. Beavers came back because they had wood to build their dams. The beaver dams created new ponds, which provided habitats for muskrats, otters, and fish. The wolves even changed the course of the rivers. The regenerating forests stabilized the riverbanks, making the rivers meander less and the pools deeper. This incredible chain reaction, all starting with the return of a single predator, shows how crucial the balance between predator and prey is for the health of the entire ecosystem. Let's zoom in on a smaller, but no less important, relationship: the partnership between squirrels and oak trees. We often see squirrels frantically burying acorns in the fall, and we might think of them as cute but forgetful little hoarders. But this behavior is the lifeblood of the oak forest. Squirrels are champion tree planters. They bury far more acorns than they will ever eat, a behavior called scatter hoarding. They carefully select the best acorns and bury them in ideal locations for germination, away from the parent tree where competition for light and resources would be fierce. Many of these forgotten acorns sprout and grow into mighty oak trees. This relationship is a perfect example of mutualism, where both species benefit. The squirrel gets a reliable food source to survive the winter, and the oak tree gets its seeds dispersed far and wide, ensuring the next generation of the forest. Without squirrels, oak forests would have a much harder time regenerating. It's a simple, everyday sight, but it's a powerful partnership that has shaped our woodlands for thousands of years. It's a reminder that even the smallest creatures can play a monumental role in the life of the forest. The forest is also a stage for some of the most ingenious acts of mimicry and deception. Consider the story of the cuckoo bird. Cuckoos are what are known as brood parasites. The female cuckoo doesn't build her own nest. Instead, she finds the nest of another bird, like a small warbler or reed bunting. When the host bird is away, the cuckoo swoops in, removes one of the host's eggs, and lays one of her own in its place. The cuckoo egg is often a remarkable mimic of the host's eggs in size, color, and pattern, a result of a long evolutionary arms race. The unsuspecting host bird returns and incubates the cuckoo's egg as if it were her own. The deception doesn't stop there. The cuckoo chick hatches early and, using a special hollow in its back, instinctively pushes the host's own eggs or chicks out of the nest. Now the sole occupant, the cuckoo chick gets all the food and attention from its foster parents. It grows incredibly fast, often becoming much larger than the parents themselves. You might see the bizarre sight of a tiny warbler desperately trying to feed a giant, monstrous-looking cuckoo chick. It's a brutal but effective survival strategy, showcasing the intense competition for resources and the incredible evolutionary adaptations that can arise in the wild. But what about the silent majority? The plants and flowers. They also have their own intricate relationships, especially with their pollinators. The partnership between bees and flowers is one of nature's most beautiful examples of coevolution. Flowers have evolved vibrant colors, enticing patterns, and sweet scents, all to attract bees. They offer a reward, a sugary liquid called nectar. As a bee visits a flower to drink this nectar, its fuzzy body gets dusted with pollen. When it flies to the next flower, some of that pollen rubs off, fertilizing the plant and allowing it to produce seeds and fruit. It's a system of payment for services rendered. The bee gets food, and the plant gets to reproduce. Some of these relationships are incredibly specific. Certain flowers have evolved shapes that only a particular type of bee with a certain length of tongue can access. This ensures that the bee will only visit other flowers of the same species, making pollination much more efficient. This delicate dance between plant and pollinator is vital. Without pollinators like bees, a huge percentage of our flowering plants, including many of the fruits and vegetables we eat, would disappear. It highlights the interconnectedness of all life, where the health of one small insect can determine the fate of an entire plant community. As we've seen, the forest is a place of endless drama, cooperation, and conflict. But perhaps the most important relationship of all is the one between the forest and us. For centuries, forests have provided us with everything from wood and medicine to clean air and water. They are the lungs of our planet, absorbing carbon dioxide and fighting climate change. They are sanctuaries for biodiversity and places of immense beauty and spiritual renewal. Yet, these vital ecosystems are under threat. Deforestation, pollution, and climate change are disrupting these delicate relationships we've explored today. The good news is, it's not too late. By understanding the intricate web of life within a forest, we can learn how to better protect it. Supporting conservation efforts, making sustainable choices, and simply sharing our appreciation for the natural world can make a huge difference. The next time you walk in a forest, take a moment to look a little closer. Listen to the bird song, watch the squirrel burying its nuts, and think about the vast, invisible network thriving beneath your feet. We are all part of this web, and it's our responsibility to be good stewards. So, the forest is more than just trees. It's a bustling, interconnected society where every member, from the towering grizzly bear to the humble fungus, has a role to play. It's a world of secret alliances, clever deceptions, life and death struggles, and profound cooperation. Understanding these stories helps us appreciate the true wonder of the natural world. It shows us that nature is not just a resource to be used, but a complex community to be respected. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the heart of the forest. If you found these stories as amazing as I do, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures into the wild. Let me know in the comments which forest relationship fascinates you the most. See you next time.